Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes, prince, and surprisingly liberal abortion laws? You betcha. Turns out the home of the Minnesota nice isn't so nice to those trying to restrict a woman's right to choose. This isn't your grandma's Midwest anymore. Recently, Governor Tim Walz went head-to-head with Fox News' Shannon Bream on this very issue. It was like watching a chihuahua try to take on a moose. Spoiler alert, the moose won. This wasn't just some polite Midwestern disagreement over loot fest either. This was about Minnesota's abortion law, specifically the PRO Act, which makes Roe v. Wade look like a dusty old relic from a bygone era. So grab your hot dish, settle in, and let's unpack this whole Minnesota abortion saga, shall we? Because things are about to get interesting. Picture this: Governor Walz, calm, cool, and collected, facing off against Fox News' Shannon Bream. The stakes were high, and the atmosphere was charged with tension. She came armed with the usual talking points, ready to paint Minnesota as some sort of liberal baby-murdering wasteland. Her words were sharp, her tone unyielding. But Walz wasn't having it. He stood his ground, unwavering and resolute, ready to defend his state and its values. He defended Minnesota's PRO Act like a mama bear, protecting her cub. His passion was palpable, his commitment undeniable. He talked about women's rights, health care, and the government's habit of getting all up in our business where it doesn't belong. His words resonated with the audience, striking a chord with those who value personal freedom and autonomy. Bream tried to land a few punches, throwing out words like radical and extreme. Her attempts to discredit Walz were relentless, but Walz dodged them like a pro, countering with facts, logic, and that signature Minnesota nice that somehow manages to be both polite and savage at the same time. His responses were measured, his demeanor calm, yet assertive. Needless to say, it was a glorious showdown. The back and forth was intense, each side trying to outmaneuver the other. And in the end, there was no doubt who won. Walz's confidence and poise left a lasting impression. Hint, it wasn't the person who gets their news from a network that also thinks climate change is a hoax. The audience knew it, the viewers knew it, and even Bream had to acknowledge it, if only silently. So what is this PRO Act, and why is Fox News so scared of it? Well, imagine Roe v. Wade, but on steroids. The PRO Act basically says that Minnesotans have the right to make their own decisions about their bodies and their reproductive health. Crazy, right? It's like Minnesota is saying, hey, Supreme Court, we see your little overturn of Roe v. Wade, and we're going to do the exact opposite. The PRO Act ensures that abortion remains legal in Minnesota, even if the rest of the country decides to turn back the clock to the dark ages. It's like a beacon of hope in a sea of conservative craziness. No wonder Fox News is freaking out. They're used to everyone bowing down to their anti-abortion agenda. But Minnesota? Minnesota's got other plans. Section 4. Will abortion rights make or break the Harris-Walz ticket? Now, let's talk politics, baby. The stakes are high, and the debate over abortion rights is more heated than ever. Because you know, this abortion debate is going to be front and center in the upcoming elections. It's not just a side issue, it's a defining one. And for the Harris-Walz ticket, this issue could be a game changer. Well, let's just say it's a bit of a double-edged sword. It has the potential to galvanize support but also to alienate key voter groups. On the one hand, you've got a huge chunk of the population who are fired up about protecting abortion rights. These are the passionate advocates who will rally, protest, and vote to ensure their voices are heard. These folks are looking at Minnesota like it's a shining city on a hill, a beacon of hope in a tumultuous political landscape, a last bastion of reproductive freedom in a country that seems hell-bent on taking it away. They see Minnesota as a model for what the rest of the country could be. But on the other hand, you've got those swing voters, the ones who are crucial in deciding the outcome of the election. You know, the ones, they like their coffee lukewarm and their politics moderate. They are the voters who can be swayed by either side. They might be a little wary of a state that's basically telling the Supreme Court to shove it when it comes to abortion. They value stability and may be put off by what they perceive as radical stances. So, can Harris and Walz ride this wave of pro-choice sentiment all the way to the White House? Can they harness the energy and passion of their base while also appealing to the moderates? Or will it end up being the issue that sinks their ship? Only time will tell. The political landscape is ever changing, and this issue is sure to be a pivotal one in the upcoming election. Section 5. Numbers don't lie, but voters might. Abortion statistics and public opinion. Let's be real, folks. Politicians love to throw around numbers like confetti at a parade. They use statistics to bolster their arguments, to sway public opinion, and to justify their policies. But when it comes to abortion, the numbers tell a pretty clear story. These aren't just random figures. They represent real people's beliefs and values. According to the Pew Research Center, a majority of Americans support abortion rights. That's right, a majority. This isn't a fringe opinion. It's the mainstream view. Not a small group of radical feminists, as some might have you believe. This support spans across various demographics, including gender, race, and socioeconomic status. And guess what? Those numbers only go up when you look at younger voters. The younger generation is even more supportive of abortion rights. The generation that's going to inherit this mess is overwhelmingly pro-choice. They are vocal, they are active, and they are ready to make their voices heard. So, what does this all mean? It means that the political landscape is shifting. The old guard is losing its grip on this issue. It means that politicians who try to restrict abortion access are basically playing a losing game. They are out of touch with the majority of the population. They might be able to win over some old white dudes who are still stuck in the 1950s, clinging to outdated beliefs and ideologies, but the rest of us, we're not buying it. The future is pro-choice, and the numbers make that abundantly clear. The tide is turning, and it's only a matter of time before the laws reflect the will of the people. Section 6, Team Harris-Walz versus Team Trump. Abortion on the ballot. All right, let's break it down, folks. In this corner, we have Team Harris-Walz fighting for reproductive rights, access to health care, and basically just letting people make their own damn decisions. And in the other corner, we have, well, you know who it is, Team Trump, back with the same tired playbook of fear-mongering, misinformation, and trying to control women's bodies. It's like a battle between the future and the past. On one side, you've got progress, compassion, and a belief in science. On the other side, you've got Trump. The choice is pretty clear, doesn't it? But hey, this is America, where anything can happen. And in this political climate, nothing is guaranteed. Again, thank you to my channel subscribers. You make this channel thrive so others get an everyday Black American housewives take on our political landscape, as well as our place in this vast universe. Please, if you're new here or a part of the fam and you enjoy my commentary, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's free and it helps with YouTube's algorithm. Until next chapter, folks, Cinda 369 out.